Hi, buddy. Kyle Austin, MLive.com here at Value City Arena in Columbus after Michigan State's 86-77 win over Ohio State. And I think it's fair to say biggest win of the year. Number 12 team in the country. One loss coming in, obviously on the road, early in Big Ten play, and biggest win of the season, I think, for all those reasons. And I think more than anything in this game, we saw a lot of the growth that we've been looking for in Michigan State, both as a team overall and in some individual players. Kind of starting with the overall, remember back to last year's game here, pretty close early, close first 16, 17 minutes, and then Ohio State goes on a run late in the first half, kind of takes the game over. Michigan State kind of falls apart, never recovers. It was kind of eerie how similar it was here. Pretty much Ohio State made the same run at the same time. And this time Michigan State had a response. Kyle Arns, I thought, hit a pretty key three here to kind of stem the tide a little bit in the first half. And then they came out in the second half looking like a rejuvenated team, go on a quick 9-point run, take the lead again, and then kind of hold them off down the stretch and played great the last 3-4 minutes of the game and close it out. So I think there was a more mature team, a team that was more ready to respond to some adversity on the road. And I think that's just, we obviously talk about the talent that's lost here, but I think this was a game where we saw the experience and what that does for them. And then a couple individuals. Nick Ward, 21 points, was huge for them early, establishing that low post presence, which really just opens up their whole offense. And then I think one of the underrated aspects of the game is he going against Caleb Wesson, Ohio State's best player, another big man. Those two coming into this game, number 1, number 2 players in the country in terms of fouls drawn. So you think about Nick Ward's history, how often he's been in foul trouble, how much that's been an issue. Well, today Ward had 2 fouls. And he not only had Caleb Wesson foul out, he had Andre Wesson foul out too, and he went 11 for 14 from the free throw line. So Nick Ward, he played defense well, just really good in all facets. And obviously this is a homecoming game for Nick Ward. A lot of emotion, something he hasn't always handled well in the past. But he talked today about just being a little bit more even-keeled, not getting too high, not getting too low. And I think we saw a pretty much improved performance out of Nick Ward. And then Cassius Winston kind of just exploded in the second half. Tom Izzo really got in on him at halftime. Thought he was just kind of lethargic in the first half. And he was able to flip that switch. And they don't win this game without him, obviously. I mean, Nick Ward did a lot in the first half, but with Joshua Langford out, Michigan State needed a second score. And Cassius Winston kind of came through. Joshua Langford, by the way, quick update. Sounds like it'll be a couple more weeks. He's going to get a couple more weeks of treatment. They're going to see how he responds. So this will probably be the main lineup going forward. But, win at Ohio State, a 4-0 in the Big Ten, looking really impressive through the first 2 ones. I think Michigan State has kind of established itself as that early front runner, one of the front runners. I think them and Michigan, you'd have to call the big 2 front runners right now in the Big Ten. But great start to the conference season, the restart of the conference season for Michigan State. That'll resume on Tuesday at home against Purdue. And check with MLive.com/partners for all the coverage.